Hello everybody, live version of episode 3 of, Doctors in Love, yeah. So, Rikei Koi no Ochita, the Shite Mita, Love is harder, yeah. So, I hope we're gonna see the Senpai, which was episode 1 and 2 earlier. Links below for that. They were funny, it's like Guya-sama feel with the Koi, right? Yeah, probably the best rom-com, definitely the best rom-com, probably the best comedy season, probably, yeah. So anyway, let's watch episode 3, and then I'm guessing episode 4 is going to be out in like 3 weeks from now. I think so. Anyway, let's go. And after this, of course, we're doing the long live reaction, long stream. Like last year, we were doing the roast of the Crunchyroll nominations, right? Because they're out today, and I will laugh at them. So 3, 2, 1. And go. So last year was just Megalobox everything. Megalobox, and it didn't win anything. This year clearly is gonna be Demon Slayer, right? But at least Demon Slayer was better than Megalobox. So yeah, Megalobox was absurdly and I'm still sad that the course opening didn't win for that matter. But they had 2 good openings in the list, and the rest were crap. And I know Black Clover, so I hated that last year. It's gonna be the same thing this year too. Black Clover, whatever should be in the opening, but they won't. They hate Black Clover. It's gonna be Arubaru, definitely, because I like that, and it's perfectly for the agenda. It's gonna be best anime this year, definitely. It won't win, but they're gonna nominate it, absolutely. I know how they think. That's Crunchyroll. Koaku's gonna be best girl, nominated for at least. Hibiki will not be nominated, even though she's way better best girl. Nesco obviously will win. That's gonna be ridiculous popularity as always. But whatever, here we go. I want the blonde guy. Hopefully he's like, because I think he's gonna be super, he's gonna be so gamera. He's gonna be like, let's go guys. I wanna see him. I wanna see that guy. He's clearly gonna be an awesome character, clearly. Higher volume. Oh. No, I prefer that. What did it? Weird. Okay. Ah, here he is. Yes, blonde senpai guy. He is clearly gonna be the best character after Gamer Girl. Maybe a combination of that in the Venn diagram here. Here we go. Yes, he's gonna be so, yeah, guys, yo. Ah, he likes her. Yeah, I see the opening, right? He has a kind of relationship, him and Kosuke. Clearly gonna be the best character. He plays soccer and is a scientist. Doesn't make any sense. Can you please cover down my girlfriend? We need another man to test out the cover down theory. I love every yeah, I love every woman I've seen. It's like, yeah, he's clearly gonna be best fitted. Grander than life character, Grand. He's like, yes, large ham character. Oh, there she is. Senpai is afraid of long distance relationship. He's clearly afraid of Senpai for some reason though, but he's clearly in love with Senpai, right? Yeah, Doki heart för han. Yeah, people call happiness. I feel the same, I don't know, maybe. My heart races. I don't know if he's probably gonna have like a really weird, understanding of what he's saying here. Give me a numerical value. Do you have like a math value on this? Like what? I spent this much money. I have a cost value. Yeah, I have a cost value of. She didn't spend anything on him. Oh yeah, I bought you a birthday present for like 1,000 yen or something. Yeah, it's like, yeah, less than 1,000 yen. A notebook that costs nothing. For like $1, yeah, $1 a notebook. Yeah, she's losing out on the monetary value for love, right? Her fees are so weak. think it's about Kazuma, seriously. One can only hear his voice by these days. No, but isn't it Kazuma? I think it's Kazuma. I think it's my best boy, yeah. I think it's Kazuma, right? Isn't he? I knew also I loved him even before I heard it's Kazuma, yeah. Yeah, it's much more than that. 730 times more spending of money, yeah. He's buying his love. Yeah, is this like a vision novel arrow game? This is a sexy game, right? Yeah, definitely Kazuma. I mean, it's screaming. It is Kazuma so much. It is, yeah, it's just Jun. Yeah, it's Kazuma. Ankashan in the game, yeah. She reminds me of Senpai. Shut up! It's not Senpai! It is not Senpai! Yeah, isn't that Senpai? But no! Yeah, he clearly likes Senpai. "2D girls." From a gal game, yes! Yeah, 2D games! I love 2D games! Yeah, yeah, my Ika pillow. You think that was hidden? I got the Senpai. She's like, we all knew it already. I've knew it for years. Yeah, it's like, okay, really? He's like, very normal, very normal. Otaku has that interest. Very normal. He's like, complete otaku, I love it. It's my customer for you guys. Sorry, you're a damn freak. Aren't you a science guy? Then emotions for idiots. You're right. I respect your romance for 2D girls. Yeah, he really respects it. No, it's like 2D girls, yeah. Completely normal, yeah, exactly. Just like a pop idol. Perfectly normal, yeah. Yeah. It's completely perfect. It's like someone that likes an idol girl, yeah. You are so normal. You select those weird otaku characters in the idol anime, yeah. Suga! Senpai! You're my god! Now I can finally play my games proudly! Yes! Yeah, I don't spend much money on you. Yeah, it's like I only spent so little yen on you. And I don't have that pillow thing. Yeah, I haven't bought like those, what's it called? Because I remember the call now, what those hugging pillows. I need the hugging pillow with you. Then I can, of course I can't call that I love you. I make a retraction! You're perfect! Yeah. You're a hentai! Senpai! Yeah, he's doing it for his girlfriend, come on. Why do you hate me, Senpai? God damn it, Senpai. He said it for his girl, come on, what a player, yeah. Saving his girl's love there. Believe in yourself, Senpai! Yeah. Believe, Senpai, believe! Good bully day. Maybe because her hair. No, she didn't hairstyle then. Oh yeah, she was studying pill bugs. Yeah, you always been that science type. I can see that. Yeah, that's probably not good at the classroom to be like, I'm playing with my bugs here. I collect. Yeah, probably didn't work out very well. Yeah, bug girl. Okay, this looks really sad on actually. She was really bullied. Yeah, ruined her backpack and so on. She was a poor nerd girl everyone hated, yeah. I can relate. I had my own pet ant when I was 8, so yeah. Take some notes here. It's probably him now, right? He's like... It has to be him, you know. It's like, he's like, yeah, interesting, yeah. Very intelligent paper, yeah. He's like... He's also bullied. His backpack is also bullied. Yeah, exactly, he's also bullied. I shouldn't laugh at that, but he's also bullied the court. He's the bullied other kid, yeah. And it's clearly him, come on. It's clearly the man she loves. But he doesn't care though. Exactly. Inferior people. They bully me because they're inferior, yeah. I pay it no mind. It's like, that tells me they're idiots. He's like I was a kid. Oh, you bully me because I'm a smart? Me too stupid, yeah. This is almost how I felt. I was being bullied all the time as a kid, right? For being a nerd. So I was like, well, do you admitting that you're an idiot? You're bullying me because I'm smarter than you? You're admitting that you're a moron, yeah. I think it's pretty obvious. Like, if someone bullies you for being clever or nerd, it means they're too stupid to be it, yeah. It means that you're admitting that they're dumber than you. So that's... So each time someone bullies me for that, I just laugh at them and say, you're an idiot. Yeah, like this just proves to me that you're moron. It's enjoyable. He's already planning for his like PhD here, yeah. I have to go to this school in 20 years from now. Yeah, females are higher, so this is much better. Look at this. Yeah, science could be needed more. Your future is great! From this scientific stuff, your future is... It's true though. Hey, look at my bugs! Yeah, if you have more for that. Look at my ants, bro! Yeah, that's easy done. Oh, she's so cute. He's falling in love with her immediately. It's clearly him, Jesus Christ! I couldn't ask for his name. But I always liked a boy like him, yeah. An intelligent, cool-looking science boy. With glasses. Who could it be? She's like, it's clearly him, right? It's so obviously him. Exact same personality as him. Exact same personality. I mean, the Kohai is probably gonna hear the story from him later, right? They'll be like, I once met a bug girl, yeah. She was pretty cool, yeah. It's clearly himself. He's like, super brat. He's clearly himself. Come on. Here we go. I was also there. He's like jealous of himself here. Exactly! It's obviously you moron! See, we need a straight character, the straight man character. Even Methamextic from this data team, yeah. Yeah, it's clearly you moron, yeah. Yeah, exactly. She was in love with him as a kid, right? Just get married already. Yeah, the poor Kohai with a normal intelligence and the common sense here. Jesus Christ, it's clearly him. A normal date? Yeah. Wait, Canada 43. Is it to Canada? He's playing with, yeah, they're playing games right. He loves, come on, he loves the senpai. He actually loves, Aika is clearly her, come on, he loves his senpai. You see him in the opening, he's like blushing, he's touching her, right, yeah. He's falling into his arms, so clearly, you know. Clearly, scientist KAZUMA loves her. What is a date? Yeah, define date. Like, okay, a date is like a date on a value. It's like, this is a date, like 10th of January. She's always like dating her sensei. She's really into her sensei. It feels very anime. It's very tilf, yeah. She's all after that tilf boy. It's always like, come on, man. My sexy sensei, yeah. No, Ara sensei, yeah. I don't know, but I'm clearly mainly like, you know, Mercedes in Fire Emblem. He's always like, Ara sensei. And Manuela is same thing to just Ara sensei. Yeah, you know how it is. Oh, man. Yeah, basically. I'm a date expert. I date every girl in 2D, yeah. I've dated so many girls. You have this like species thing, and he's like, you know, I go on a lot of dates. Here we go. I go on a lot of dates. Exactly. Classic 2D games. She's so sundry. I'm not afraid of ghosts, you know I'm not. Oh, the Ferris wheel. No, this is dating in Japan, yeah. Anime dating and gaming, that, yeah. The Ferris wheel date. Oh my god, this is so... Yeah, this is absurdly stereotypical, right? How could you tell? It's like an image of... He's like the master of dating. He's like the world only God knows, yeah. And he's also dating in the Ferris wheel because he also is a gamer, right? But it's just different aspect of it. Yeah, this is like the exact same thing, but she's more hentai-ish maybe. It's like yaoi more, yeah. Something like that. She's more manly. And this that is more like the woman is the aggressor. That's the only difference. Yeah, she's like his boy love. It's exactly timid boy love. Yeah, it's exact same reasoning, but she's a man instead. She's boy love instead. Yeah. It's not complicated. Boy love is story instead. But of course, almost the exact same thing. He suffers alone. It's just her hentai view on it, yeah. Unnecessarily complicated. Yeah, and her wagging hairstyler, yeah. We both know everything about dating. It's like, can you stop pretending you know how to date, stupid 2D girls? Yeah. Man. Oh, amusement park. Here we go. We have to visit every attraction. We have to, yeah, that's the important thing. If you're gonna go to this point, we have to go through everything perfectly in the time frame. You're right. This is where we have to think about this stuff. It's like shortest path issue, yeah, shortest path algorithm. Oh man, poor girl. But basically, what you do is shortest path algorithm. What you usually do, you calculate, different paths between different places, right? Yeah. Well, shortest path algorithm doesn't usually take into consideration of if you have to stay for a time frame. But otherwise, yeah, shortest path algorithm is what you usually do when you just code it. You could easily code this thing. You just have the different distance and different time frames, different nodes, right? This is like an Euler thing. So if you ever studied mathematical Euler systems, Euler is a very famous mathematician, and he did, Euler did the thing. We have to move through. The Euler problem is you have a city. It's like Prague on that. We have like 7 different locations on different islands in the city. You have to go to every location without crossing the same bridge more than once. So they take a unique path each time. Right? They have to calculate the best way to do it. And that's the Euler issue. What's it called in English? Euler equation. Euler issue. Euler issue, Euler equation, Euler problems. I mean, now it's Euler, or now your name is Leonhard Euler. It's a German name. Euler. But what's it called? The issue of the bridges, the Euler bridge issue. So that was usually the Euler bridge puzzle. 7 bridges of Königsberg. Yes, okay, Königsberg, somewhere in Germany. Okay, today's Preussen back then. So that's northern Germany. Probably. Or maybe it's Poland then. Well, old Preussen is like... Oh, that's it, Russia today. Oh, it's calling old Russia today. Yeah, so Königsberg, it's the old... yeah, it's true, because Preussen was much bigger before, right? But old North Germany. Germany used to be a lot bigger in history, right? So anyway, that's how you do it mathematically. You do the Euler thing usually. The Euler problem, the issues. Sorry, I completely lost it here. I was like, damn you educational anime! Because now she's super cute here. She's like, let's go on a date, I love you. I'm already your girlfriend. Yeah, so it's cute. Sorry, I was like completely losing it for my math today. But I always liked Euler mathematics. That's one of my favorite parts of logical math, right? I always liked older issues. So whatever, let me go on tandem here a bit more. So 7 bridges of Königsberg is a very classic issue where you have to move through each node. So basically like a node system, right? You have to move through each arc, and you have the node as a point, right? And you have to move through each place without crossing the same bridge more than once. That's usually the reaching an island or a bank with a bridge or moving around. But you can you have to do it, you can't go to like the end there. And then you have this system and so on. So you kind of have that kind of different solutions, right? The different kind of paths to take. And then you use that and you calculate the Euler path, or like the kind of like the fastest trail of moving between different edged nodes. And then you weigh. So you use that and you have the formula for that. And they kind of weigh each arc between 2 nodes. We can weigh them, right? We can value. This value can be time and distance, right? Let's say it's distance then, or time. I guess it's better, but time then would be already calculated from, of course, distance we travel and so on. So say you have a time value, then you value the time, right? And then you let the computer calculate for you each different combination of how can I reach every node with only. I mean, they can of course use the same path, but they be different paths, right? With unique path. How can I go there for unique path or then the same path if I go like this, right? Because it might be faster. So from a fast perspective, you do it. Each path can be done multiple times, and the only issue is actually how can I get to each node in this system, right? Of like 22 different attractions. How can I get to each node the fastest possible way, right? And each path then between each node, and you could have one path one node has one path, right, to each other or arc then, to each other node, right? So even if you have a node here and here, there's only one path to go to the right, or the path like this, of course, in reality, but it's visualized like a path going like this, right, around the other paths. And then you have all those paths, and they even allow to connect, cross over each other in this system now to make it faster. And then you just calculate it. And you tell the computer, okay, give me just one path. Okay, so then it tells you, you know, how to move to each path, this many seconds, right? And then you tell them, you know, okay, calculate every possible path, right? 22 different paths, or I mean nodes, with 22 different paths. So it's a lot of different, because, you know, up in itself, and then it's different combinations. So there are a lot of different, like, there's like more than a million different ways you can do it. But a computer can easily calculate this. It might take a little while, but actually wouldn't, probably go pretty fast. And then you just, you know, tell me the fastest, you know, and then it's like sort the fastest solution, right? So calculate every possible path. You wouldn't have to do that, but let's say you calculate every possible path of the different nodes, the two nodes, to the paths, to each other. So to the two, well, 21 paths per node, I guess, yeah. And then calculate that, and then just give me a list of the fastest paths, right? Not that complicated. I could easily code that. I have coded that already like 12 years, 15 years ago. It's pretty easy. So that explanation there in the episode wasn't very good, because you could easily solve that. And they are like supposed to be mathematical, you know, masters, right, of science stuff. I mean, I could easily fix that. That's not a complicated math issue. It's complicated from a mathematical standpoint. It's very hard doing it, you know, by yourself, right? But the theory is pretty easy to understand. And then if you take that theory and have a computer, like a coding, you know, looping through each path, right, and giving the value. It's actually pretty easy. Like I can write that, you know, a loop for that, and then the loop will just, you know, measure every possible combination, and give a value for that, store the value, and then do it for next combination, and you go through every combination, right? You give me a list, and then bubble sort that list to give me the best value. Bubble sorting is for you just look at value A, value B, which one is shortest, and move, you know, like, okay, so this is shortest, I can move it here, and then you look at like a B, okay, do B, C, and then you can just go until you have a perfect list that's like, you know, that's how usually you have in the code to sort values in an array. It's very easy to write that algorithm. It's like probably bubble sorting is usually the first thing you learn to. It's one of the most basic algorithms you learn to do. It's very, very easy. You just compare two values and then move, and then, you know, you swap the element if one is higher or lower, depending on if you're going to the highest value or lowest value. You compare the lowest value, so we're going to put the lowest value always to the left in the array, right? And then keep moving to the right and comparing the next value. And eventually you have a list, right, of all the values. It's very easy and doesn't take the time to do. So anyway, long discussion, but that's how I would solve the actual issue. And the issue, I could probably code that in like an hour, if even that. I say that I haven't written something like that in a while, but it's like, yeah, bubble sort. That's like super basic. You can do it in anything, Java, C, and so on. Very, very easy. The other thing is a harder math issue, but otherwise it is like any kind of Markov theory with nodes or whatever. It's just kind of you evade the nodes, and it takes the longer time setting up the value. If you have everything in a sheet, right, everything prepared like a matrix of all the different paths and nodes that's prepared already for you, then you could just like extract that matrix table into your values. You have to probably go through the list of values. It's probably the longest time is to actually construct the actual list and so on. And then like sorting through a list is really easy. So all of this is pretty much basic coding, I think, if you know how to do basic algorithms. But whatever. I'm just dropping it. I'm dropping it. Okay, whatever. That's the video. I'm just like, this is how I will fix it. But I mean, yeah, it's pretty easy. And I really mean that this is like a very basic thing, because you only need to bubble sort, and you need to be able to. I mean, actually, yeah, you bubble sort and you just compare. I mean, this is a stupid way to do it. I mean, it's a stupid way to do it, because you can actually hash it and make it faster. But if you don't care about time, right, you can just go through every possible combination, and then again, you know, you sort them. And the sorting is very easy, and going through them is just incredibly easy math. You just take every path, right, and you just combine them, just, you know, multiply them, and just make sure that you pass through every node. So you have all different possibilities. The hardest thing is like figuring out a system that calculates every path, and that's the shortest path, and you have a calculation for every possible node. Or like as I mentioned, you could actually in theory just have like every node stored away, like the data value of having them in a sheet, and then you just take that value and you just put it into your loop, right? And you go through each value. So you don't even have to make it like an intelligent system. You can just like have the value from like the amusement park, just give me the names of them, and then like a map, and then quickly draw out the value of the map distance, and then you just do it, right? Probably. What would be harder is also calculating queue time and like math modeling, because it's like it might be a bridges, it might be people in the way, it might be other factors you should actually calculate for. And also like you have to have like a bathroom break and so on. That would be harder to calculate, right? Because then you have to calculate people's behavior and so on, and depending on what like time it is during the amusement park, that stuff is much harder to calculate, because then you have to like have different dynamic values on the arc of the paths will have different values depending on what time it is. That is much harder to calculate. Or not much harder, but if you want to make it really serious, then that should also be included, and that will make it a lot more different variations, right? So you would have probably a few different actual alternatives depending on like what time it is and depending on weather and so on. You would have probably like 20 different answers to this thing for the fastest path, yeah. But those 20 different would probably be pretty similar. So you have like a million different paths you could do, but it's probably like 100 best, so like probably like 10 or 20 that are reasonably the best ones, depending on weather and time then. The last 20 then. So you can probably sort out to that. Anyway, that's how I solve it. See you guys for the cultural roast in a few hours from now.